I show it to where I can see both of you? Is it like a
Swipe.
Swipe to the
Left
one
side.
side.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. All right. Awesome.
Okay. You see all of us?
I can see you all. Yep, perfect.
Okay, guys. I don't know. Good, bad news. Travis cannot join us today, so the quality of the podcast will be low. You can expect that. But I'm here. Adam Taranenko is here. Artem. Adam Wawrzynski, Peter Celes. Welcome to the podcast of EVW 24. We are how many days now? That's like 28 days, I think, from the big event in United States. I want to go right ahead. Like, Adam, we haven't seen you in a while. How do you feel?
I feel pretty strong. I feel pretty good. I haven't been at EVW in quite some time, but I have been active. So I feel ready to rock and roll. I'm excited to be back.
New weight class for you. How you feel at this weight?
I like it. My body's sitting right at 100 kg right now, and I feel good. I like the weight, but I like that I'm also flexible to come back down if I need to be.
Mhm.
So it's a comfortable weight for me right now. It's comforting.
Better. We saw you not so long ago versus Curtis Cameron. You're coming back. Is this a tougher match?
Yeah, it is definitely. But I will be ready. I'm working hard as fuck, and I'll be ready for this match.
Why do you think this is a harder match?
Uh, Stylistically, it's a similar match, but I think like strong wise, it's much harder match.
So you expect Adam to be stronger?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think? I think his hooking ability is probably the hardest thing to deal with because he gets almost everyone in a hook.
Yeah.
Adam, has anyone taken your hand recently?
Um,
You mean
I
like
mean,
like
my hands.
I mean like not when you stay flat and you're still holding on like closer to.
Yeah.
I mean like
I mean, usually I think my hand is a lot stronger than my arm proportionally. So typically I've always just lost before my hand's been taken. So I don't know if that's a good question. I don't know the last time my wrist has been like bent back. I can't. I mean, not to say it hasn't happened. I just can't remember.
what are the chances it happens on June 6th? Better. What do you think?
Yeah, it will definitely happen. You will pull without your wrist. Maybe give me
I hope
some
it
match.
does. Listen, honestly, I'm not joking when I say this. I hope it does because it's getting like this thing is getting really old. So I hope it does. I have no doubts that you'll be one of the best top rollers. Uh-oh.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. That was me.
Yeah, I have no doubts you're one of the best, if not the best top roller I'll have faced to date. So I'm excited for it. I really am.
So how much do you know about Peter? Have you watched his matches? Did you see him? You both were at Worlds together, right? Just different weight classes.
Yeah.
Oh, were you there?
Yeah, I
Okay.
was in 100 kilo class, and I saw you in 85.
Yeah.
Now you're
Yeah. Okay.
100
I'm
kilo.
sorry. I didn't draw that connection. I should have.
Peter was silver medalist, right?
Yes, on the right hand.
On 100 kilo class.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
Adam, 85. Yeah, two. Yeah.
Two silvers.
So we will finally find out because I've been telling everyone the 85 guys are the strongest ones, you know.
Might be an accurate statement.
Yeah, Adam, have you done your homework? Have you seen the matches? Have you seen how he pulls, where he's dangerous?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen, just the you versus Curtis, obviously, and then I watched some older matches, and I've done just about as much homework as I think is profitable to me. I don't like to get too wrapped up because then I scare myself because I see how much of a monster he is. It's like I just want to know how you pull, and then I'm gonna stop watching.
Mhm.
You save. You beat Sandris, and Sandris beat me, so you save.
No, that was only. How old are you?
25.
Yeah, so that was a year ago. So I mean, you're 25 to 26 years old. You're making leaps and bounds. So I know you're not the same guy. Trust me. It's I'm not that. I was born at night, but not last night. So
Okay.
I think the Sanders match is just because it's completely two different styles. And even then, Peter was able to take the hand of Sanders, right? But he was able to win without the hand. Uh, Adam, you have a completely different scenario, right? Sanders wanted to take your hand and wasn't able to, and then it ended in a just absolute death war. Love that match. Both you had like crazy matches with Sanders, you know. I want nothing else but to see Sanders lose. That's a joke. Um, Adam, so is the weight class what you're aiming for, 95 or 105 kilos, or you still trying to figure out where you want to be?
yeah, I guess I'm still trying to figure it out. If you would have asked me a year ago if I'd have been pulling it anything above 95, I'd have told you you're crazy. But circumstances proved otherwise, and I don't really know. I kind of like just floating right here until I need to absolutely make a decision. So I guess I'm kind of procrastinating with it, but
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know, Ray. I mean, I like both. I don't know how effective I could be at 105. I mean, it's a whole different animal, but we'll find out.
What is your normal weight like throughout the year?
I mean, I used to float at 95 for quite some time. 210 was usually my weight. But of course, when I took the Sanders match, I actively pushed to gain weight, and that's something that I have not done as a matter of fact, that I haven't done in my arm wrestling career ever. So that pushed me up to about 102, 3 kilos, and I thought that I would kind of float back down to 95 once I stopped eating so much, and it didn't really go that way. I'm sort of leveled out at 100, so I'll have to I'll have to make a decision and either strive to lose some weight or gain a little more, so I'm not right there in the middle.
I think you're both in the same position, right? Peter, you're the same. You're about 100
I'm
kilos.
I'm around 100 kilo right now. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not you always walk around that weight because you can easily cut to 95,
Yeah.
but then I would think right now to be competitive at 105, you have to walk at least 110. Like I would think so.
Yeah. 105 is harder class. Oh, that's for sure. But I want to pull in 95 right now, and maybe next year I will pull 105.
105. Okay. Well, from both of you, what do you think? Which is a harder class, 95 or 105?
105.
105.
Yeah.
Okay. Adam?
You,
Yeah, I
you
mean,
see some
you got
pullers. Sorry. You see some pullers from 95 going 105 and they lose. So it's definitely harder
Right.
class.
Hmm. You agree, Adam?
yeah, that's a pretty truthful assumption there. I mean, he's right. You got like Oleg in there and um, some other guys that drop down if
Well,
yeah, if they can. So yeah, I think that's pretty accurate.
I think the very interesting thing for both of you, because you're both sitting in the middle, right? Both titles, 95 and 105, will be on the line in Arkansas, right in front of you, right? We have Michael
Right.
Todd versus Oleg Petrenko, and then we have Bogdan Stoica versus Todzilla. I think both great epic matchups. Like I'm really excited. So let's talk a little bit about that, and then we're gonna go back to you guys. But what are your thoughts, Bogdan versus Todd? You've seen Bogdan right now in two matches, and maybe you followed him before. Because does he have a chance versus Todd Hutchings? Whichever one of you.
Um, I I don't know if I mean what Bogdan has done in the past year is really impressive and really not the Bogdan that I ever knew. So, I mean, traditionally, I would say no, he doesn't have a chance, but I'm not counting this new guy out. I mean, he's leveled up And I think if he's really smart, like really, really, really smart, and pulls him really smart, then he might be able to do something with him. And I don't think he's a dumb guy. I mean, he's very calculated and methodical. So I'm interested. I'm really looking forward to seeing it.
What do you think, Peter?
Mm, I don't know. I think Bogdan need to have some matches before the title match, but that's just my opinion. But I think Todd is gonna win.
You think Todd will be just physically too much?
Yeah, I think like in a hook, he's better than Bogdan.
Mhm. Maybe Bogdan should stay out of the hook.
Yeah, maybe.
If you can, right? That's the thing. If you can.
Yeah, that's one thing, you cannot top roll Godzilla.
No.
He doesn't care about his hand, so
Yeah.
it's difficult.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an interesting match. And again, like, because we never know like how strong. When he pulled Paul in, I thought Bogdan was strong. I just didn't know how strong he was. Before he pulled Nugo, I was like, well, I don't know exactly how this will go, and that was epic. So I'm just excited by the it factor. Bogdan has been very, very impressive and very consistently feels like he's getting better, right? Uh, and the other one, the big one, Michael Todd is dropping down 2 weight classes, gonna again challenge the champion at light heavyweight. In my head, I feel like Michael is the favorite just based on the style and based on how Petrenko has done pulling when he loses the hand. But what do you think about this match?
Me?
Um, go ahead, Peter.
I don't know. That's hard to say if Michael Todd can take a risk of Oleg, but I don't think so. Oleg hand is just amazing, so I think Oleg is gonna win.
Do do you think Oleg will be able to keep his hand versus Michael Todd?
Yeah, I think his hand is like not from this world.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
crazy.
I'll I'll bet you 20 euros on it that he's gonna lose the hand. Because
Yeah. Okay.
everyone loses hand to Michael Todd. Like it's impossible to keep your hand
Yeah,
versus
that's true, but he will cut a lot of weight, and yeah, we will see. If he lose his hand, it will be more interesting. I think so.
yeah.
I
I,
want to see that.
Adam, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm kind of there with you. I think with Michael dropping weight, I mean, I'm rooting him on. Um, there's a lot of small factors that I think are going to go into whether Michael can get the stop. Like, Michael's such a weird puller because his elbow joint is so thick and he really, really knows how to use the back of that pad. You know, I think he will exploit those angles. I mean, it's best of seven too, so it's hard to go against Michael Todd, best of seven. I don't know. I do see the scenario where Oleg kind of does dominate the hand game and maybe he's smart and grabs him a little lower. He can sacrifice some of that height to get more purchase and knock away that pronation. And if he's again really calculated and smart with his moves, I mean I could see that. I could see him taking control there. But then again, like I said, it's hard to and there is something to be said with him competing in his hometown in on US soil. Like I know it's not really a measurable difference on the table that you can, that you can measure, but that makes a big difference. And I
Yeah,
think just him having that morale and having that support and that buildup of energy, I think that's a big advantage for Michael Todd.
yeah. I think it will be a crazy match because we don't know what to expect, right? Michael can lose so much weight and be weaker, but Michael never gives up, and I think he wants that title. That's the title he hasn't had, and I think he's gonna try to do everything, break his arm if needed to get the win. So we'll see what happens. Artem, you're still there?
I'm still here. I have to drive still. I'm driving towards Adam's house actually. If I never stop.
Okay, he's gonna walk in at some point. Do you have a
Yeah.
question for these guys before I move on with my questions?
Ooh, well, I do have a question for Adam, I guess, because I mean, we are kind of touched on Adam's weight and all that, and I know, Adam, you said you don't really know, but we have touched on Bogdan and Todd, right? It's like in a similar weight over there. If you do beat Peter, do you have a specific plan, maybe, for the category where you want to move up? What's next?
Um, I have a motto with super matches, and I go where I'm called. I go where I'm called. I've never I've never called out anybody, and I've never made suggestions even to align my own super match ever in my career. So the answer to that, I guess, is I really don't have a plan.
I got you.
Just wherever I'm, if the opportunity's at 95, then I'll go to 95. If the opportunity's at 105, then I'll go there. I always sort of let the promoters steer,
Mhm.
where I go. So
I feel
hard to
like a
say.
free agent. Yeah, yeah, you're being a free agent about it. I respect it. I respect it.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's just how I am. It works for me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
all right. Peter, same question for you technically. You're more established, I guess, like at the specific 100 kilo thing. But if you do wax Adam and his hand ain't shit, what's next for you? Do you want to pull Todd? Do you want to pull Bogdan? What's that? Am I in the wrong weight class?
Yeah, I would like to pull someone from 95.
Okay.
Maybe Manifestor if he comes to 95. I will.
Oh, okay.
I beat him one time. I can beat him second time.
You don't think he has manifested it enough just yet? Okay,
No.
that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Uh, Peter, is this first time for you to to United States?
Yeah, first time.
Okay, so you haven't done with the big time different, big changes, and you know.
No, actually no. That will be a little bit challenge for me, but I think it doesn't matter if I'm that stronger. Like if it's the difference,
Mm.
then this is just a little thing.
But if you're not,
If it's yeah, it can do something, but I don't think it can do a lot.
mm. So
It's just
when
excuse,
do you get there?
ma-
When do you get there? Wednesday or Thursday?
Wednesday, I think. Wednesday.
Okay, so you will have enough time to take some naps.
Yeah.
How far do you live, Adam, from Arkansas? Yeah,
It would be about a 13-hour drive. It's far.
you're gonna fly or you're gonna drive?
No, I'm gonna fly. Yeah.
So
13
Is that
hours.
an, is that an easy flight, Adam? Like, what do you have over there?
I have to get cut through Atlanta. So, Charleston to Atlanta, Atlanta to Little Rock. I mean, it's, 30-minute flight, hour flight. Not bad.
I got you. I got you. It's kind of painful for me. I'm thinking of driving up there.
Ooh.
It is the same 13 for me, but I feel like I don't know.
uh,
Better man than me. I can't drive
Americans
that.
are different than Europeans. It's 4 hours for us. We're like, yeah, maybe. They're like 13 hours, 12 hours. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good.
When I go to
Only
Justin
some of us.
Bishop's practice, Justin Bishop has a practice this Saturday, next Saturday. It's a 5.5 hour drive. I do it in one day back. So it's a good 11 hour driving in one day. That's normal.
Crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
So you know what? Hey, 2 hours and I'm in Arkansas. So yeah, I think I can do it.
it's not that bad.
Let's
It's not that
go.
bad. Yeah.
A lot
Adam,
of it.
you have been to this side of the pond many times. Do you feel ever the time difference have affected you?
Nope.
No.
Nope. I like it. There's an aspect about it that I like. It's something about going into enemy territory, being different. And I like that it really gives me the excuse of because you go across the pond, you take many extra days to travel. From that time where you're headed to the airport, everything just shuts off and it all becomes about that match. So for me, it's a good opportunity to laser focus in on what the task is at hand and don't worry about anything else because, I got a lot of things going on around here. So it's a good opportunity. But I've talked to a lot of people to where it does affect them, just sleeping and, jet lag and just everything. But for me, I don't mind it.
Okay, so in preparation for this, did you guys do anything different? Peter, did you do anything different in training?
Actually, no. I just continued the training that I did for Curtis. Basically the same thing. Maybe I just add more cardio because of the weight. So that's the only thing.
Wait, you're skipping Europeans, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I thought like that would be crazy for you to pull Europeans and then
Yeah, I thought maybe left arm, but
maybe
my left is like really, really bad right now. So it doesn't
yeah,
make sense.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Adam, you probably just do the same thing all the time, right?
No, I mean, I switch it up a little bit, but it is nice that, I just came off of pulling Sandris, and I feel like Peter and Sandris are pretty similar builds. Like, I mean, at least respectively to me, I mean, taller guys, longer arms. So, I'm sort of just carrying that training on. I mean, that match did take quite a bit out of my arm, so it took some time to heal and get back right. And, I'm just now getting into a good, I'm about midway through a good strength block. So training's going well, just going to be a matter of dialing in and making sure everything feels good and get all the little, nooks and crannies out of the arm and the shoulder. But no, everything's going great. Everything's on par.
So no big do you have anyone there like 'cause I think Peter is he's really great top roller. I think his top rolling ability is one of the best at any weights. He's able to get almost everyone top rolled. Uh, do you have someone to work on it exactly, or just everyone just pulls inside?
Well, I guess the direct answer is no. We don't really have anybody that's directly going to be able to simulate what Peter does or his mechanics. However, I could take anybody on my team and make them feel like Peter. I mean, it's a matter of when I'm training with somebody, it's a matter of figuring out how can I give that guy an extra pulley,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you're picking up what I'm putting down,
Mm-hmm.
mechanical advantage, everybody knows mechanical advantage, how that works. I can make 100 pounds feel like 10 pounds if I got enough pulleys. So we do things and we make it to where it's more challenging with the same amount of resistance based on, who's across the table from me. So no, I mean my team's really good with that. Everybody, and we do that with each other. So that's part of the sharpening process. So no, but it's definitely not a setback.
Okay. Peter, do you have a chance to work with some inside pullers for this one, or again on mostly weights?
Yeah, I'm trying to stimulate it with like bands, or I'm telling my sparring partners to do what Adam is doing. But mostly I'm training like on a pulley or with the weights. Yeah.
Mhm. Do you feel like I see this all the time? As soon as someone has a like good match that is, let's say like this, it's a winnable match. Like you can win it, but it's a tough match. Feels like you gain motivation and then you gain a level up. Because I feel like a lot of people when they have a match that is winnable, but it's like 50-50 and you have to put in the work afterwards, they got really better. Do you feel like that, let's say for last match that you prepared for Sandris and you prepared for Curtis, do you feel there was a level up afterwards? Adam.
Me,
Yeah.
yeah, I do. That's a good. I never really thought of it that way, but yes, I do feel like that gave a big level up for me, especially because it was a higher weight and it allowed me to put on a little bit more mass. A little more mass comes with more strength, more power, and definitely in like my midsection as well, like just having a little bit more in my legs and in my core for sure.
More abs or more something else?
More abs, baby, cash money. We
Oh,
don't we don't
okay.
we don't talk about, we don't put on sloppy mass around here. I know them other boy. We're in South Carolina. We do it right. You know what I mean?
Uh, Peter, same question. Do you feel like you got your super match? Did you level up afterwards? Do you feel
Yeah,
like
mostly when I take a rest, and after the rest, I feel like I'm stronger than on the super match, you know. So I took a rest after the Curtis match, and I felt really good and no pain, no everything, and I continued the training,
Mhm.
and I think I leveled up. Yeah, these preps, I think they push you on another level. Yeah.
Very good, very good. I'm like this is a classic stylistic matchup, right? Inside versus outside. One of you wants one thing, the other one wants another thing. Anything can happen in this match. Like, what do you expect? Let's say, Adam, do you expect this to be easy or do you expect this to be hard match? And a hard match, I don't mean like hard getting positions. I mean hard as like you have to pull, let's say 20, 30-second rounds or 1 minute rounds or something like this. Or you feel like whoever gets their position just wins easy.
Um, I feel like if if he gets his position, then I'm not going to be able to put up much of a fight.
Hmm.
Truth be told, I mean, I might be able to slow him down, but if he gets my wrist out and there's no hand purchase at all, then yeah, I'm not really going to be able to do much with that. Now, if I get my spot, it'll be a lot more of a fight because he's still strong in inside positions. He's might not be his strongest link, but it's not a weak link. So if I get my spot, it'll probably turn into a dogfight, unless I get a different spot. But um, but if he gets his spot, then it'll be an easy day for him.
Peter, do you agree with this assessment?
Yes, the last assessment, I agree.
Well, it's small digs. That's not too aggressive, just small digs, right?
Yeah,
No,
I,
he's matching my meat.
I always imagine my matches in my head, you know, and mostly it happens like I imagine. Last time it was with Curtis, and I said it will be under 15 minutes, and the match is under 15 minutes. This time I feel like it will be the same thing.
okay. Okay. We have manifestation already
No,
happened.
no, no, that's not it.
That's not it. That's not it. Artem, how do you see this match?
Oh man, first of all, did, is that me or is it weird that not weird, but like I saw like pork chop being a different weight class. I always thought pork chop would be like edge above Adam, just being the fact of them being two different weight classes. And now, some time goes by, and pork chop is actually like in the less of a conversation. I'm very annoyed by that, but it makes sense. So I'm like, okay, but I had no idea. So that's a little crazy to me. But uh, dude, I think it is because of
We're losing you.
match and
Artem, we're losing you. We're losing you hard.
so what?
We're losing you. Now you froze up
Sorry,
and
I'm. Can you hear me now?
we can hear you. Yeah.
No, oh no.
Yeah.
Why did you asked me in the only question when I'm driving someone there. Anyway, um, dude, I think it's interesting because Peter already established himself in the class a little bit, and I think Adam is now just getting to that 100 kilo range and doing it really nicely. So, I mean, the way it's all looking, obviously, I'm gonna be rooting for Adam, but I think that we do have ourselves here a really good matchup.
I think
I don't know if I was heard.
past. Yeah, we heard you. Yeah, yeah.
I got you. So I think it is really solid. Hey, and I do have a question, couple of questions for the guys actually. Um, Adam, because the question for Adam specifically, because that's something me and Ray talked about, especially considering you are pulling all the stoppers. do you ever even train that whole like on practice, like that whole busted hand position, or it's not even ever a consideration of getting there?
Yeah, great question. I train in compromised hand positions all the time. I would say in practice, I am hardly ever just starting fair and turning someone in. To me, there's no benefit to that. Like, I either have to grab lower, I have to dump, I've got to do something. And, you know, I mean, this is where every American screws up is like, everybody does their wrist curls, they start like this. Okay, well, big difference between that and that. Like, that little quarter click turn is the difference of you wrist curling 62 pounds versus 100 pounds. Like,
Right.
I
legit.
just want to
this,
say that's a thick hand. That's a thick hand right there.
that,
Yeah,
I should have put up the
show-
I should have put up the left hand. I shouldn't have showed my right.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
But like, no, seriously, I mean, that's why like a lot of Americans either go to East versus West or go to WAP and they get whacked because what happens when a referee doesn't let you start like that and they make you start like that? It's like, oh crap, I don't know what to do from there. So in practice, that's what I try to simulate. Starting from that, you know, even from true straight, like even a quarter click back and then working from there. So, you know, I feel like my wrist curl is pretty strong, even from a somewhat disadvantageous position. But we're gonna see. I mean, I've never felt something like this before. So I'm really like I kind of hope it goes back and I have to transition and do something else because then that would at least at least have to use my brain a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. I was just wondering if that's even a consideration or you always keep it inside. Because our mutual friend that it's here in the podcast with us, Ray, once told me that I should practice that a little bit. I didn't know if I want to practice that because I usually just get there on my own at the events. This is crazy. So that's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, that even you with a crazy wrist, you'll consider that. All right. So now the question for both of you guys. I do know that you guys do not get paid nearly as much as me and Ray do, even for hosting this podcast. However, the question is, do you guys do anything cool with your prize money after it's all done and done? Like, is there any idea, like, oh, I'm going to buy something memorable, or I'm going to take somebody to dinner, or it all goes to bills, savings, is there in your plan? Peter, you go first.
Yeah, maybe I will buy iPhone for my girlfriend,
Oh,
but she will give me back the money. Don't worry.
Respect that. Okay, okay. Adam?
I've never been asked that question before. That's a good one. Well, this is being recorded, so I better answer honestly. I mean, I'll probably maybe do something with my wife. You know,
it should be it.
Sir?
Artem is talking. We can hear him.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're good. Yeah, like I say, you know, do something with my wife, but we got a lot of priorities. So, you know, I have 2 children now. So, you know, putting the money away and for future use is the smart thing to do. So that's what I'll do with the majority of it.
I got you. I just remember when I started arm wrestling, my coach said something to me like, "Hey, if you go win a tournament and if you win those like $25, like go buy some, whatever to remember." I'm like, I don't know. Ever since, I don't know, something else either to bills or whatever. Or I have given big money to my mom for sure. So I was curious.
Artem spends all his money like every lottery winner. When you find them, unalive with a brick of something, and there's girls, like I don't have to explain this. I'll ask some questions that.
If I will have one more, sure, but I usually don't win, so I don't get to do all that stuff.
No, come on, you have won few.
That's why I ask people, so I know. Hey guys, whenever you get the money, let me know. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah. I'll ask some questions that Travis usually asks to all the people we have here, and I think they're great questions. So let's say in next 2 years, everything goes by your guys' plan, whatever is the plan. So in your perfect world scenario, what happens in next 2 years, where you are, what matches have you had, who have you beaten, and what is the path that you take? Adam, what do you say? Like you have your perfect scenario in next 2 years, your dream matchups, your dream outcome, everything comes perfectly how you want it.
Oh man. Well, like I said, it's hard for me to answer because I'm not somebody who thinks about these things. I just go where I'm called. But you know, my dream scenario is that I guess that arm wrestling continues to grow and grows at a much higher astronomical rate than even we've seen the past 5 years, and that everybody hears the gospel of Jesus Christ and gets saved. Amen. And that message would be spread across the world by, maybe me or anybody else that's in the sport that's a believer. That's my goal. That would be my dream scenario for 2 years, and maybe have a title belt on there, to show that I'm legitimate. Maybe, that's not as important, but I do value that.
At what weight class the belt is?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
Either
matter.
one.
Okay.
No, it
Okay.
doesn't matter.
Okay.
I think it's equally as impressive. I think if you have if you own a title belt at East versus West, I don't think it matters what weight class. I think it holds, unless super heavyweight, of course, you're the best in the world overall. But
that's pretty cool.
that,
I think that's
yeah, any 95, 105 doesn't matter.
okay. Peter, same thing for you. Like everything goes by your plan. What is the plan in the next 2 years?
2 titles, 95 and 105.
Okay.
That's like the dream scenario.
Do you know, like you come on June 6th in Arkansas, you beat Adam. What is the next step? What are the steps you need to take for you to get those titles? What do you think?
Whatever comes, I will beat him.
Very
That-
confident. Very confident. Very confident.
yeah, you have to be. If you want the title belt, you have to be confident.
I agree. I agree. I agree. There's another great question from Travis Bajent, and Travis asks, "What are some things you, as a competitor, would change in the league right now? What would be the things that you either the rule set, pretty much anything? If you could change something, what would be the change that you make?" Peter, let's start with you, or you don't have anything.
It's hard. I will have to think about it. Maybe Adam start.
Okay. Is this just like one acute thing, or can
No,
this
like
be like an open-ended thing?
doesn't matter.
Anything to do, whatever you want. More money, more matches, better rules, more or less rules.
Yeah, what do you think? Like whatever is like how you see it.
I think organization and the hierarchy, I think all that needs to be tied together. Like, I really like the idea of, to get on East versus West, they've done tournaments in the past, and now they're doing, tournament, next person or the winner of that comes on the next day. I really like the idea of maybe adopting WAF as that standard. Like there kind of already is a tournament to determine, the best of the best. And that's WAF, or even like when Zloty was around, I'd say that would qualify. But, let's just continue to back what's already there and tried and true and proven for the past however many decades, and, use that as that standard and keep the athletes that are getting on East versus West as the best in the world, and just promote professionalism. And I think they're doing a decent job of that, but just promote professionalism and not get down the rabbit holes of other avenues of sports entertainment.
Okay, so you want things a little bit more strict, more professional, less entertaining? That's what you mean? Like,
Well, I don't think it's
how do you get in the car?
I don't think it's a give take. I mean, if you look at any professional sports organization, they're not acting.
oh
They're
yeah,
just
yeah.
playing
I know what
sports.
you mean.
They're just playing sports, and it's entertaining to watch that. I think the dog and pony show is what actually ends up tearing the the sport and the production down. I mean, once upon a time, somebody told me that in efficiency to make matches go faster, we need to do things like, oh, well, when they slip, go in the strap and stay in the strap, never come out, or do these little things. And it's like, we're being penny wise and dollar foolish. If we want matches to go faster, then two athletes need to come to the table, and it shouldn't take more than 20 seconds for that referee to square those athletes up, for their wrist to be straight, and for ready go to happen. If there's an athlete that's, okay, well, that tells me you're not a professional arm wrestler because you don't know how to start straight. Personal opinion. The longer you take to get straightened out, the more of an amateur I say you are, because you don't know how to enter the sports arena professionally. Why does it take 5 minutes before one ready go ever happened? So I think if we're going to really make the sport more entertaining to watch, we need to see more arm wrestling, more genuine arm wrestling from good arm wrestlers. So that would be my, and I guess not anything to change. That would be my recommendation to let's follow this path and let's set a standard and give the referees all the power and take it away from the athletes. That makes sense?
That makes sense. That it all makes sense. Yeah.
Just my 2 cents. I'm a nobody, so.
I don't know if anyone watched it, but Hamzat is gonna have a match with Strickland, right, in UFC. And I watched the press conference, just the highlights. And we have never had any trash talk on that kind of level. Like that's a different level. Like we never had anyone disliking anyone that much. Like it's crazy. If you haven't seen it, just don't bring your kids watching it. Peter, did you think about your response?
Yeah, I think they're doing a great job, and I don't have any recommendation for them. Maybe just ask more WAF champions to come to East versus West. If somebody win the world championships and they have the quality to compete at East versus West, I think.
Gotcha. A lot of people talked about the 1 minute between the rounds, where they said like maybe we need, it used to be longer, and arm wrestling is kind of sometimes like 1 minute goes really fast, and if you spend 1 minute in a hook match or whatever top roll match, 1 minute is not enough. How you both look at it?
I mean, it's even playing field. It's not like you get a minute, the other guy gets 90 seconds. So, I don't. I mean, I'm an endurance guy, so I say no time between rounds, right? Just get some chalk and get to the other side of the table. But I don't think it matters. It's the same for both guys.
Gotcha. Peter, what do you think?
What is it? 60 seconds between the rounds?
Yeah. Do you think it should be longer or it's fine?
I think the 30 seconds, it's
30
not much.
30 seconds.
Get behind that.
Okay. Let's see. Guys, you're going to spend 1.5 minutes in a round, and then let's see how you'll be fine after 30 seconds or 60 seconds. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later after that.
It depends if the match is fast,
Yeah. This event is again another epic event. There's I think now what is it, 13 matchups, maybe more. There's gonna be again tournament day before, and the finalists will get the chance to pull there. Any other matchups you're really looking forward to outside the ones we already talked about? Adam, probably your teammate Ryan is pulling, right?
Yep.
Versus Merlot, which is again very similar match to this, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Yeah, I was going to answer that match just because, Ryan and I trained together, and I'm also familiar with Jason. I've pulled Jason before. So really looking forward to that one.
Gotcha. Any other matches?
I mean, I honestly, I enjoy watching all of them. I don't know what order we are, Peter, in the lineup, but I hope it's early so that we can get it out of the way and enjoy the rest of the show. I always enjoy that. I mean, Yeah, all of them really. I mean, there's not too many matches that I'm like, yeah, I don't care for that one. I mean, they usually do a pretty good job of matchmaking.
You guys are pretty early. You guys will be pretty early. I think you start the main card, if I'm correct. So, Peter, Nastasia is coming. She's gonna pull
Yeah,
for, right? Another Slovak athlete.
yeah, she's actually from our club also, so I know her pretty well. And she progressed like crazy for the last few years, and I think she deserved the match, and I think she will show everybody that what she's capable of. And I'm really looking forward for the Irakli and Yoshi Kanai. That's great match.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think about that one? Who wins? Is it Yoshi?
I think Yoshi can stop him, and it will be crazy, like the last time when he stopped Petro Marharin. That
Hmm.
was cool.
Okay, okay. Adam, what do you think about that match?
Yeah, it's exciting because I actually give a little edge to Irakli, but I do think that Yoshi can make it look. I think Yoshi can make it entertaining.
Because it's also at 105 kilos. It's light heavyweight.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think Irakli has a little bit of a better dump and
Press.
press.
Yeah.
So like, if Yoshi does stop at open arm, but he's also really good at, bumping out whenever he sees transitioning happening. So yeah, I still give the edge to Rackley.
Okay. Okay. Uh, there's a, like, for me, very interesting matchup because I think a lot of people are overlooking it and they like Morozov versus Hermes. They're kind of like Hermes is really high and they don't think Morozov might be there yet or anything. I think it's gonna be a match. I don't see where it's not gonna be a match. What do you guys think? Or you think Hermes is just gonna be too much hand control and
Mm,
I
I don't
think
know.
I think
Go ahead.
Morozov will lose his wrist probably, and that's it for him. Like he did with what was it, Kurdecha? I think. Yeah, it will be similar. I think.
yeah, yeah. Adam?
Mm, kind of there too. I don't know. I'm trying to think if he can, if there's a scenario where he can kind of outrise him, even if his wrist does get cracked, right? And then maybe, it gets to be like their hands come really far apart in the strap and he just, then clamps down and presses. I think that is a lane for him, but I don't think he hooks him by any means.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I touched on almost everything I wanted to talk about with you guys. Artem, do you have anything else you want to ask?
Well, Adam, since you've seen the drama for the past 2 days and you kind of touched on it a little bit, and the question actually for all of you, how do you get on East versus West card?
Hmm?
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I mean, it should already there doesn't have to be any more protocols implemented to get on East versus West. We have
You
WAF.
want you want no qualifiers.
I don't think there needs to be. Just
I
just
got you.
take it from WAF. Like, why do we have to have a special qualifier? Like Peter said, take the WAF champions if you medal, if you're making noise there or at a similar like-minded tournament, which, I don't know how many there are these days. I'm thinking of like Zloty when it was around. But I don't think there needs to be a special qualifier. I think you can utilize the resources in the hierarchy that's already there.
All right, you heard it, everybody. I know you've been talking to Carl Stanley this whole time, Adam, but I'll point it out for you. You don't have to say the name.
Well, no, I'm just talking honestly. That's just in general. And I'm not trying
Well,
to say that just with.
We
no,
lost you.
it is a oh,
You're
can
back.
you hear me?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got you. Because I guess it is a fair question now. Like anyway, right? Because it is you know, a lot of people are getting on the card. So I do wonder what is now, what is a proper way to get on there.
So I can say what I'm seeing. I'm not part of matchmaking crew. It is Snezhana and it is Robert, but we see every time the people that does very well in tournaments associated with events, like in Swiss, in Vienna, not in Germany because we didn't have a tournament in Germany, but in Atlantic City. Like Courtney is she won Atlantic City, and Nastasia won in Vienna. There's, Peter competed, and that's probably how he was recognized. He was in Swiss, right?
Hmm.
Manifester pulled in Swiss. So I would think like this: it's always the best arm wrestlers that are gonna get on a card. If you're a world class arm wrestler and you're exciting to watch, and we will really want to see you versus this guy or that guy, you will have your opportunity. But it's always better if you come to one of these tournaments. Like this time, there's going to be King of the Table tournament. We're bringing back King of the Table. King of the Table will be King of the Table tournament system that's implemented. We want it to be before every single event that we do. And in my opinion, first of all, one of the finalists or two athletes, not always two of the same finalists, but at least two athletes from the tournament will be put on a prelims card and will pull a super match. We have done that multiple times before, except Germany, because we didn't have a tournament before. So that is your shot already to get there, and your best ability to be seen to get on EVW is to pull those tournaments. So that's why I encourage everyone, if you're in North America, come pull one of the tournaments in one of the classes. And Robert Snezhana will be there watching, and this is probably one of your best shots actually to get on. Devon Borman did the same thing. Ilya Saidov did the same thing. Vladislaus did the same thing. Like the names keep coming up, so I can say that is probably the best way and the easiest way to get on EVW card. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Anyway, I want to thank Peter. I want to thank Adam. Maybe the last message, from one of you to another. Want to say something? Adam, say something.
First. No, I was going to say you first.
Okay. I see that you're really a respectful athlete, and I respect that. But the winner will be only one, and I'm going to the USA to beat you, and be prepared for that.
Yeah. You keep training, buddy. Keep training. You're going to need to do a lot. I'm bringing probably best version of me. And if you think you're going to top roll this hand, think again. You might want to develop a different game plan. Good luck to you, buddy. Let the best man win.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys very soon. Peter, Adam, Artem, thank you. Tomorrow, Daniel Ustinov, Justin Bishop is going to be our guest. So probably, hopefully, Travis will be back because he's so